What's going on, YouTube? Thanks for tuning into the channel. It's your boy Devin Coates coming with you with another edition of 48 Days with the 48 Laws. Link will be in the description below. You have to bear with me. I know I'm going to end up putting 2 videos up today. My mouth looks a little crazy. Just got a root canal, so if I sound weird, I'm mispronouncing things, but I don't want to go more than 2 days behind. So I'm catching up today. This law is law number 10, infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. The judgment is you can die from someone else's misery. Emotional states are infectious as diseases. You may feel you're helping a drowning man, but you're only precipitating your own disaster. The unfortunate sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They will also draw it on you. Associate with happy and fortunate instead. So I'm gonna, my mouth's a little messed up, but basically, this whole one is about this lady named Lola Montez, and a long story short, she just ruins the life of like 4 different men throughout her years. She marries one guy, and basically she's just so bad that she gets him in all kinds of arguments. He needs to go to a party. Nobody wants her to go to the party. This guy leaves in a bad mood, upsets one of the guys. The guy challenges him to a duel. He ends up dueling the guy. The guy's one of the best shots in the country. Kills the guy. The guy dies. Then she's like, gets this king to fall in love with her. Ludwig. He's like the king of Bavaria, and she rises up the ranks. Then, basically, long story short, none of the advisors like her. This guy keeps buying her all this stuff. There was one incident where she's riding her horse, and an old guy is riding her horse ahead of him, and she thinks he's moving too slow, so he starts whipping her with the horse whip. Another time, she's walking her dog without a leash. The leash bites some guy, and instead of her trying to help him out, she takes the dog leash and starts whipping the guy. So the whole country basically hates her. Eventually, the king can't take the pressure from his court or the citizens, and basically he asks her to leave and never come back, but he has to pay her off for her to do that. Then a year later, it actually never gets settled, and he has to leave the country as well. She marries some other guy, and basically it's like she marries some guy, and they tell a story of like 5 other dudes, where basically she marries them, then they like die within the next 2 to 4 years or during her relationship. Then at her last thing, she becomes some like born again Christian kind of person, touring America. She makes it all the way to America, and then she dies 2 years later after she stops doing it. Basically, the whole moral of this story is really that whole saying that misery loves company. That people that are unlucky, like that shit is not always like, yes, people like that, bad things have happened to them that are not within their own power. Yeah, they deserve your help, but a lot of times people that play the victim role, if you look deeper into their life, you'll kind of realize that for some reason bad shit's always happening to them. And you got to figure out, well, actually you don't want to figure out why that's happening. You just want to avoid them because you don't want that bad shit to go into your life. A lot of successful people, that is definitely something they talk about. I know Grant Cardone, if you guys follow any of his shit, got his wristband on right now. Don't be a little bitch. But he talks about allowing people to jump into his deals, and one of the requirements is that you need to be lucky. He's like, I don't want any bad mojo in my deals. I don't want any, if you're not lucky. And he talks about when he hires people, he asks them, are you lucky? And if they say no, like he's like, all right, I don't fucking want you, because you want to hang around lucky people. You want to hang around people that are going to infect you with a good vibe and a good feeling. And there's also that quote that kind of runs around, you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So I've kind of focused on all the negative portions, and that's really what this chapter focuses on the most. But then he talks about the other end. Like for me, I'm pretty introverted when it comes to the actual definition. Like I can hold a conversation, I'm good at speaking to people, but I gain energy when I hang out alone. So I often try to surround myself with gregarious people because I want them to pull out my talkative side, get me to jump out of my shell more often, because a lot of times I can hang out by myself, even like this. I can eloquate what I'm trying to say, but I am by myself. This is a solo project in the time that it's being done. So That's something that I'll do. So he talks about that, or if you're miserly, if you're kind of person that's a penny pincher, because obviously the more generous you are, the more abundant you're thinking, the easier it is to attain success. You want to hang around people with that abundant mindset so that it can affect you that way. So it does work both ways. But the number one thing you want to look at is like victims, unfortunate people, people that constantly are having bad shit in their life. It is not on you to try to save them. And if you try to save them, chances are they're going to infect you with their bad fortune, their bad luck, and it's going to happen to you. You're not going to pull them out unless it was like a one-time occurrence. It's something that they need to fix. They have underlying issues that are causing these recurring circular patterns. And on the other side, if there's a quality that you don't have and is more of a weakness for you, you want to surround yourself with other people with that quality so it can rub off on you. He talks about, our last one I'll give is like Napoleon. Napoleon was more of a poor guy that was very blunt, violent. He wasn't really cultured, wasn't witty, wasn't smart, and really didn't have his way with the women. That's from what the book's saying, and from, if you read The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene, it gets a little deeper in that. But Talleyrand, his advisor, he would keep him around, super witty, super charming. He was like born from a noble family, so he's always kind of had that kind of schmooze kind of ability, if you will. And basically, he's somebody that he wanted to get infected with. And throughout Napoleon's reign, from the historical documents, you could see that he got more and more cultured as time went on, because he was getting infected by somebody with a positive quality that he wanted to infect himself with. So that's it for this one. That's law number 10, avoid the unfortunate and unlucky. I think that's what it is. But if you wanted to pick up your copy, there is a link in the description below. It is an affiliate link. I would appreciate it if you buy it from this link. I know my website needs some work. I've been traveling because got a root canal. Have not had much time, but I want to get the videos up. I want to have the link up. That's really what matters. So, and until next time, it's your boy Devin Coates. Hit the like button, hit the comment button, hit the subscribe button. Tell me if you like these shorter term videos better. And until next time, peace.